We're talking about nth root and rational exponents, and here we want to evaluate the expressions without a calculator. And a lot of time, the best step to do is to rewrite it. So we're going to take the square root, because that's in the denominator, square root of 4, and then afterwards we'll deal with the exponent. So in this case, square root of 4, we can say that that's going to be 2. And then we still have the 5 out front. And then that can be equal to 32. Next example, that should be equal to plus or minus 2. So 2 to the 5th power is 32, and negative 2 to the 5th power is equal to negative 32. Next one, negative 1/2. So in order to get rid of negative 1/2, the first thing is we have to move it to the denominator. So we can write this one as 1 over 9 to the 1/2. And then from there we can rewrite the denominator 1 over the square root of 9. And we can take the square root of 9. We know that that's plus or minus. So plus or minus 1 over 3. Next one we have here is 81 to the 3/4, and we can rewrite that one as 4 over the 4th root of 81 raised to the 3rd power. And the 4th root of 81, that is equal to plus or minus plus or minus 3. And then we still want to have that raised to the 3rd power. So that, in that case, we could say if it was positive, that's going to be equal to 27. And if it was negative, that would be equal to negative 27. And then we have the 1 to the 7/8. And in this case, we have 8 on the radical, 1 to the 7th. The 8th root of 1, again, we have an even number there, so that's going to be plus or minus 1. And then that's raised to the 7th power, which positive 1 to the 7th power is 1, and negative 1 to the 7th power is negative 1. A couple more examples. Solving without a calculator. We can rewrite that, or we can take the 3rd root of 27. 3rd root of 27 is going to be 3, and then we're still going to have that to the negative 2 power. In order to get rid of the negative 2 power there, then we can rewrite it as 1 over 3 squared, and in that case we can write it as 1 to the 9th. Cube root of negative 343, and that one is just one that we're going to have to remember, is that is negative 7. Another way that we can take the 4th root of 16, that is plus or minus 2. And then we can say 2 squared is equal to 32. And negative 2, I'm sorry, that's a negative, or 2 to the 5th. 2 to the 5th is 32. And negative 2 to the 5th is 32. Negative 32.